just left the range. You could get hit, better stay in your lane. I've been putting in work, boy, that grind ain't the same. Drippin' designer, I can't say the name. 100 airline, boy, our cup ain't the same. So Annie, I quit, I said bitch, look. Big dog status, I know that they want it. Fitting all packs and that shit out the company. I got my block back jumping. Double my cup, I've been sipping that test again. Hoodie got backs with a loafer. Hating because a nigga all emotions. Caught me some ice in this well like the ocean. Stunt to a spy, I ain't bragging no boasts. Glock got a shot, DeMar the Rose. My bitch don't do vodka, she just like mimosa. City on my back, I feel like I'm chosen.
I ain't gonna throw no curveballs.
Oh no, I've been watching. I've been watching. Like me and my girl, like that's one thing I told her. Like,
there we go.
I gotta do something with my people before I start doing shit with other people. And now I know I got a lot coming in. I want to do it the right way.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a couple people or whatever, I can say like, hey, look, I did this for bruh.
Yeah.
Check his page out.
Yeah.
Check his page out.
Yeah, I appreciate it though. You know,
love is free, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like it's shit overrated.
Yeah. We're gonna record. We recording. Go keep talking. Keep chopping it up. I try to keep this shit natural as possible, bro.
Hell yeah.
You know, and I don't want all that fake shit, scripted shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I am introducing a new segment to my podcast, man. Behind the podcast, man.
Okay.
We got this new segment, man, with my boy ErickyB.
Hell
man,
yeah.
You know, so man, talk to the people, man. Tell them a little bit about yourself. Like, we don't want to be formal. How did you get into the music? I know it's been 10 plus years, man.
Yeah. And
I was looking at doing my research, doing my homework. I say, man, he been going at this for a decade plus.
Yeah. I gotta give a shout out to the bros, Ted, Rick, Ali Al, because it really started home base. It really started with them. Ali Al, my dog, always challenging me, and then I can say it. And I started branching out, going to other studios and working with different people. They were showing me so much. Shout out to Light Show, shout out to Trail. A lot of these local artists was teaching me along the way and giving me opportunities to be myself.
Yeah.
So it was easy to fall in love with.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's talk about family. We can talk about your street family. We can talk about your home base.
Okay.
You know, a lot of times, man, when we travel this world and we get a little bit of a stardom, sometimes we forget where we came from.
Yeah.
Why is it so important to like incorporate your people, your family, your street family into your groove? Because at the end of the day, I'm your street family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We from yay high all the way up, man. We kind of been just vibing and doing our thing. So like, why is that so important to you, man?
Man, it's imperative that you include it, because you gotta. A lot of people gravitate to you when they feel like they can relate. So for me, I've been family oriented. I'm the only child on my mom's side.
Yeah.
But around the way, y'all was my brothers. You know what I'm saying? So we did everything. You know what I'm saying? To scuffling, fighting, playing football, whatever it is that I learned about life, I learned it with you guys.
Yeah.
So I was able to continue to be myself throughout life with the learnings I received from my older brothers. People ask me how I stay so warm and how I'm so like low key, and I learned that from being with you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I tell a lot of my friends in the industry or just people that I come across, the key people that I hung around was never pressed to impress.
Yeah.
So I live by that.
Yeah.
I try to I don't try to stay private, but I try to keep as much stuff in as I can and find a line of balance. Y'all taught me that, because it was like being home, I seen the good, and then leaving out of home, running into the stuff I was running into on my own, I was like, my homies would never do this.
Yeah.
So it just kept me balanced.
Yeah. Okay. So we both in a business where I believe we work to fund our situation, right?
Yeah.
So like in that balance, right, having to work a 9 to 5 and then getting off that 9 to 5 and going right into the booth, going right to the booth and putting that pen to paper and kind of grinding. How do you find that balance?
It's therapy.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just like second nature. I'm a spirit of the moment type of person. So nothing is forced with me.
Yeah.
I never try to put like the typical stigma or anything. Like whatever society sees, I go against it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not looking at it like for example, you tell yourself like, oh, by 35, I want to be making a certain amount. I look at it like, why I can't try to make it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't want to go like, I don't want to live by guidelines that keep me in a box.
Yeah.
So that's how.
Okay. When you putting the pen to paper, man, where you find the motivation for the music though? Exactly. Like, let's get into it. So let's talk about Ann. Where did you get the motivation for that song from?
Cool. So like Annie was a close friend to me, to the neighborhood homies, you know what I'm saying, the youngins. Basically, that was my dog. Like she used to always tell me, like I went through a real depression thing, like when the world shut down.
Yeah.
And it was terrible because as I started to get booked for big events, doing shows with like TCB and collabing with artists like Big Boogie and all these things was going on for me, it immediately stopped. And I had a real bad habit of lean and then just falling victim to the rapper lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then my homie, she was always 2 steps ahead. She was always in the studio with us. And she didn't really record. She was just one of those people that was just like, she was already in the business. She worked with Fabio Foreign, Blueface. She worked with a lot of big names, but she was like in our age bracket. So anytime she came back, she'll always give her like she would always give her feel, her vibe, her feel, her energy. One day she caught me in there and she was just like, look, bro, like you bigger than all this stuff that's in front of you. All the lane, you bigger than that. So I made a song freestyling. All my songs are freestyle.
Yeah.
Made a song freestyling and she fucked with it. And then I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna name the joint after you, bro. And that was that. That last album was my biggest album streaming wise. I had 2 songs that made it to the top 100 Billboard Apple Music wise. Annie was 35 and my hit single was Shooter Hard and it went 21.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Received a lot of good things from expressing my downfall moments.
Yeah.
So
let me ask you this: you talked about mental health. You talked about how hard COVID was on you when things kind of shut down. At what moment did you see the how do you say, the green light? Like where like you had to realize like that maybe you was doing too much or like things was like I was going too far. Like at what moment did you realize, okay, man, I'm good at this shit. I'm better than this. Let me get myself right back to where I was pre-COVID.
The humble moment was receiving the finally getting the recognition, but it was just like I got the recognition and it was like I couldn't do nothing that I would normally want to do for the people. Like I was getting invited to events and people was just showing me mad love, paying me for features. all this type of things. And I'm just like, all right, I'm getting it. But at the same token, like, as fast as it came, it just stopped. It was all some Thanos shit, like, and I'm just like, damn, bro, like, this that humbling moment. Like, I sat in my apartment and I just was like, damn, like, I found myself navigating somewhere that wasn't where I wanted to go. But a restart isn't a bad thing.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that line of balance, and that's when I learned to create it. So I'm big on like the law of manifestation and law of attraction. Like, I try to tap into as much stuff as I can outside of, the Bible and things of that. Like, I'm a God-fearing man, so I'm never gonna question him. But at the same token, if I know, like, you got some explaining to do.
Yeah, because I do think sometimes God will find weird ways to humble you, and there's a such thing as, I think even in the Bible, doing too much, and sometimes God just needs you to sit down for a minute, right? So and I've experienced that type of stuff in my life too, where like maybe I wasn't trusting his game plan for me, and I was trying to like rely on what others thought, or like, you know what I mean. Even with the podcast space, like, I started this joint by myself, and then I incorporated my wife into it. And not only just incorporated my wife, like I really brought this to one of those situations where like this is therapy for us, because it's not always going to be perfect, right? So like doing the hard work and having to work a 9 to 5, right? And then you say expressing your therapy in the music. When you have those downfalls, right? Maybe where it's just like the music just isn't coming out. What do you do? Because I get like that on the podcast. Some weeks it's like, man, it's nothing to talk about, right? And you don't have anything to talk about. So like, how do you persevere through that?
Family time.
Yeah.
Like, my girl meant the world to me just by accepting me as the man I am. Like, she's a soldier because she done been through the rapper lifestyle with me, the dealing with the not dirty females. Females was never dirty, but I just felt like as I was doing what I was supposed to do for my family, they saying that, you know what I'm saying, I was wrong for a lot of the things that I was doing. And she still there with a nigga. So I owe her everything. Anytime I don't get to do what I can for the craft, all the time is with her.
Okay. So you talk about family, right? How old are you, man?
I'll be 34 this year.
34.
Yeah,
Well, you old as shit.
I'm old as shit, bro.
I'm 36. So you wouldn't even think that we only 2 years apart, man.
No,
but look,
man.
just turn into the neighborhood. It's about to be summertime.
Okay.
You know what summertime look like for
Yeah.
you? Because I do. It's bottle popping, having a good time, enjoying life. As you grow older, when does it slow down? Because for me, it's already slowed down. I have no desire. Anytime I celebrate life is with my family.
Yeah.
I look forward to vacations. I work for vacations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I go to work for. Is work, God, family, and fun. So, how at what point do you think you're gonna find that balance? You say you're about to get married, so you about to find that balance.
Yeah. Shout out to my wifey, man. She right there with me though. You know what I'm saying? Like, she is. I'm the rapper, but she live a lifestyle.
Yeah.
So like, what I mean by that is like, I'm an introvert for real, bro.
Yeah.
I grew to be that though.
Yeah.
And with her, it's just like she loves the party. She's gonna have a good time. But it's family oriented though. It
Yeah.
ain't like but when is it gonna slow down? You know what?
You don't want it to slow down. You want to do the things that kind of make you comfortable.
But that's the thing. Like everything is spirit of the moment.
Yeah,
Like
I agree. I promise you, I don't think y'all playing none of this stuff. None of this shit I see on social media is planned out. And if y'all are sitting planning this shit out, that's crazy.
That's crazy. Now that I think about it, because it has been moments, but I don't know. Like I feel like as big as God allowed this thing to take me, I'm going to bring everybody with me, and we're gonna have a ball, just for all the hard times that we could.
Yeah.
I feel like you should never stop celebrating life.
Yeah. No matter how you do it.
Yeah. It's so important to appreciate the small things.
Yeah.
That at any point you could be celebrating, but the balance comes in my next chapter. I guess. Right now I haven't fully. I feel like I'll be stagnant. I'll be behind.
Oh, I feel the same way.
Yeah, like so.
Like I'm a procrastinator. I own that. I ain't even about to lie to you. I'm a big ass procrastinator.
I think I'm just like I put too much on my plate.
Yeah, I agree to that too. I do.
I'm gonna say that because my girl would definitely, if she was in here, she would be speaking like crazy. Like, God, put too much on my plate.
Like for me, right? I had that moment too. Like COVID didn't hit me though, but it affected me mentally because I actually caught COVID.
Oh man!
And I was walking around with COVID for a couple of days until like I had that moment where it literally completely knocked me off my feet in this joint. Like I passed out and some more shit. But after catching COVID, it changed my eating habits, my diet habits. I was depressed a lot.
Yeah.
So like I had to will myself out, and I had to also be honest with myself, right? And in that moment, I had to my therapist that I had a while ago told me like, if you're not healthy, your family ain't gonna be okay. Because I have a habit of like trying to take so much on my plate, financially, mentally, emotionally, and sometimes not understanding I have a partner to pass that type of stuff off to, right? And so I had to learn, right, is that they gonna be okay regardless, right? However they are now, they gonna be okay regardless. But if you ain't okay, they ain't gonna be okay.
Yeah.
So I had to figure out how to put myself first. Now let's switch a little topic a little bit, right? There's a lot of there's mixing, right?
Okay.
You have artists now that want to be in the street life and they want to be in the music life, but they want to use the music and still fund the street. What do you think about that? What you think about that behavior? Now, like, I'm not against it, but when things fail, you can't complain.
Yeah, it's like it's very a very big contradiction, because it's like on one point you can outside looking in, like when these labels, like I had labels sit with me and tell me like you're a liability, you're a product of your environment, like you're still there. You have to take the chances to, once you take the chance to step outside, if you're really in that environment, you ain't gonna want to go back. just because of everything you can lose. I can't imagine.
That's Ja Morant.
I pray for him.
Yeah. You can forgive the first time.
The
right?
second time, though, it's like, it's very challenging. And then did you hear the statement?
Yeah, they say it's a toy.
Wow. So why would you wait so long to say that?
Yeah, why not say that in the moment before it goes viral?
I would be screaming that.
But what you think about his man? Because I feel like his man tried to protect him. And don't you think everybody need to have that big homie that's willing to take one for the team?
Oh man, that's important.
That's important, right?
That's important. Like,
everyone needs to have a fall guy that's going to take one for the team.
Gotta be able to.
And what I would say is, right, I think a lot of times in the black community, we don't value the fall guy. We don't respect the fall guy.
I feel like we skip a lot of steps in procedure, just our culture.
Yeah.
Like if you look at a lot of the other people, they come up, I can't even blame our city.
Yeah, it ain't really our city. I would almost say it's the hand we were dealt. You know, I was telling somebody, like, you can give a black person, and it's sad, $800, and they wouldn't really know what to do with it. They know what to do with it.
Yeah.
They're gonna go blow it.
Yeah.
But they don't think about, okay, I can take that 800 and make an investment into something. Yeah, I can turn that into 800,000.
It's like what, $200 and something for your LLC.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean,
and I got two of them.
Oof. I got to clap it up for that. I don't understand the power behind that. That is deep.
Yeah, just when you look into our community and how quickly it changed. Like, I always knew Capitol Hill was Capitol Hill, right?
Yeah.
But how fast, like, we lost a lot of our staples, like the corner stores. Those corner stores are non-existent now.
Yeah.
There used to be a corner store in every corner for about 5 to 6 blocks.
Yeah.
To now, there's only one. That's only one corner store, and that's on my block.
Yeah. You gotta walk to that bit too. That bitch.
That's what I'm saying. There's no corner store no more. You used to have the joint on the corner, that joint in y'all little neck of the woods. There used to be one in between there. There used to be one going towards H Street.
Yeah.
Now there's none. Like I hear people complain about like gentrification or whatever, but we had an opportunity to control that.
Oh yeah.
We could have bought into our community. We could have changed those narratives. So what do you think about the change of our neighborhood?
Man, I feel like they taught us so backwards, man. Cause now when I see the things that I see, and it's like, it's sad.
Yeah.
We have nothing to claim as our own anymore.
Yeah.
Down to our elementary school.
Yeah.
Like,
they don't even invite us back to that elementary school. That joint so white written right now, man. It don't make sense. Man,
it's very diverse.
The diversity is like, I think it's like 20 to 80. It's like 80-20 now in that joint.
Deep.
Like, which is crazy, because growing up in that neighborhood, you used to see your people. Like, I know the neighborhood. I know what it was. But when you drive and walk through now, man, for every 5 houses, you may get one black person.
Yeah.
And we've allowed money to kind of they throw. I mean, because it happened to my family. You know, they happened to my wife's family. They came in, offered them a certain amount of money. They thought that money was good, and they sold. And then when you appraise the same situation, come to find out the house is worth 3 times what they sold it for. So
I think my biggest. Oh shit, my bad.
No, you good.
My wife, she is. I think my biggest thing with that is the fact that it's really like, I know we took a lot of shit for granted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we had some of the best times growing up, being able to play on on Kingsman, and
Yeah.
then our elementary school, and
Yeah.
then high school. Like,
Yeah, we didn't take advantage of the moment.
yeah,
Yeah, we wasted a lot of. I just was, one of my friends, sent a text message earlier. He was like, "Man, we wasted a lot of our younger years, like not traveling. All we was doing was drinking and partying,
yeah,
and we didn't really invest our money wisely." And I don't look at that as a regret. I look at that as like just an opportunity to teach my kids. All right,
yeah.
man, that's what
Not
you need
about
to do. You still enjoy yourself, but make sure like you saving. Make sure like
support.
make sure like you're not living with me in your early
Man,
20s.
man,
Like get your butt out, grind. Understand it's not gonna be easy, and it's gonna take a lot of hard work. So as you still navigate through this music thing and this working life, like at what point do you think you're gonna be able to solely focus on just music? Have you ever have you had that thought process?
I don't. I feel like it's selfish. I don't. My goals in the industry is to be able to network myself up to, if not to be a part of a label, uh, to start my own. I'm already looking into opening like studios back home,
Yeah,
just to give the youth something to do.
yeah,
But it's 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 very it's very it's very challenging sometimes, because it's like, I know when I get into that mode, it's like fourth quarter.
yeah,
Like, shout out to Fairtrail, because he told me it was always fourth quarters in this industry,
yeah,
and it's not over until it's over. So with that knowledge, I always thought like every dog has his day. When I get mine, just don't
just
let
go
up.
with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't
So,
fall off. Yeah,
and
stay on the horse.
that's kind of what it is.
Yeah,
Far as working, I love working. I
yeah,
love being able to do my job and put a smile on people's faces. And just as long as I've been rapping, I've been working. So
yeah,
it's second nature now. Like, even my job, they're into it. Like,
yeah,
shout out to the Baltimore and Delaware. Well, if y'all watching, like, shout out to y'all.
yeah,
'Cause music for me has never been a stay home thing. Like, I've always been blessed to travel and
yeah,
to tour with the Young Thugs and, like I said, Trail, Big Boogie. Um, I forgot this guy. He's from Miami. He's pretty dope too. I
mhm,
got a chance to do a lot of things that a lot of people back home didn't. So I don't really, at four quarters, I just don't take nothing for granted.
yeah,
I try to apply pressure every time.
yeah.
So,
Oh man, let's see. I think I don't ask all the questions I needed to ask,
hell
man.
yeah.
And I just want to be able to, I wanted to be able to pick your mind a little bit. I got some more stuff in the back of my head, but if I can't get it out correctly, I won't bring it up. I'm sure. I invite you back
Hell
anytime you
yeah.
want to. I appreciate you for even wanting to come on the podcast.
Yeah, man.
I've been grinding at this for 2 years, 2.5 years now. It's not easy. It's a lot of work. Just like you,
Yeah.
working a 9 to 5. I ain't coming here to hustle. I'm doing it all by myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I really appreciate you for going on, man. I got like plenty of blessings to you, bro.
Hell yeah.
Man, I hear the improvement.
Yeah.
I hear the consistent, like the levels, man, because
Yeah.
that's what it is. It's all about like taking it to the next level each and every time, man. I want to really thank you for coming on to the podcast, man. This is Behind the Podcast with MTMJ podcast.
Mhm.
Thank you, man. We out. Peace.